Hey guys, I'm Orla from your Women's Gear Review channel, and today we are reviewing the Bergen small backpack from Kapten and Son. In this review, we will have gone ahead and sectioned it off into a wee summary, features, fit check, comfortability. We'll pack out the bag to see what you can get into it. We'll also do an airline test, water test, and then run through some pros and cons. And of course, if there is anything that we have missed that you would like to know about this wee backpack, then just pop us a wee comment below and we'll be sure to get back to you. Okay, let's get cracking on with the summary. So this is priced at £89. Now this is the small that I have here. You can also opt to get it in the Bergen, which is an 11 litre, or you can opt for the Pro, which is also an 11 litre. So you'll need to suss out the difference between that over on their website. They will go into great detail so you'll be able to figure it out. Whereas this one is a wee 9 litre. For the materials, the outer fabric is recycled PET, vegan tech material, and the lining is also recycled PET. The dimensions are 33.5 in height by 23.5 in width by 9.5 in depth, and that is in centimeters. It is a weight of 0.6 kg and it is a 9 litre as mentioned. So they do have some beautiful colours over on their website. You can opt for the sandstone that I have here, or you can opt for the black, clay, or sage. So in terms of the shape and style, this is what it is regardless if it is packed or unpacked, which has this like kind of gorgeous sleek silhouette to it. It does sit up by itself, which is nice, so you're not really at that risk of it falling forward, and if you have any valuables inside, and also with this kind of color, that risk of it falling forward and dirt appearing onto it. It does have a well cushioned bottom as well, and that also kind of runs onto the back too, so it doesn't feel like whatever you have in there is rubbing onto your back. That is just a great thing to note about it. In terms of like the style, it is definitely something dependent on the colors as well that you can dress up and use for work, or even like an evening out, or you can also dress them down and use it in some kind of urban settings. This backpack is definitely one of the cutest backpacks I have tested. It's one of those ones where maybe if you are a bit like myself and prone to getting backpacks dirty, especially if you have a puppy or a dog or any animals, then maybe opt for a darker color. Otherwise, I definitely highly recommend going over to their website and checking out all their other backpacks, especially their Lisbon collection that I have tested and reviewed over on the channel as well. It is definitely a shout. Their website is just so aesthetically pleasing. Like, I just feel very clean and sleek. So Kapten and Son do offer a 24-month warranty. They offer EU shipping and UK, although some of the kind of custom fees may apply depending on where you are. I think that's for the UK and Norway. Fortunately, they don't ship to the US as of yet, and they do offer 14-day returns. Okay, let's get cracking on with the features. So externally for this little backpack, you don't have a lot going on, which is really nice. They've kept it quite minimal and sleek. You do have a little bit of branding here on the top, as you can kind of see, depending on which way you kind of shine it. And then on the zips, all the custom kind of zips have the branding here as well. So on both sides, you do have these very slim, slender, kind of water bottle style pockets. It's going to be a bit of a stretch in terms of water bottles because it's kind of remained in this shape. So trying to fit a water bottle in there, unless it is literally like very thin and flat, isn't going to work. Like, for example, this is like a little water spray. That is literally your best bet. If you did have just thinner items that you could and wanted to place in there, maybe you felt secure enough in just swinging your phone in there, then you could do that because it is slightly bit more secured. But in terms of like water bottle, as you can see, the struggle is real. There is no elastic or anything there, so you are missing out on kind of, for me anyways, I usually have a 500ml water bottle, and that is on both sides, that there is no real stretch to those pockets, so you're quite limited to what you're gonna want to put in there. So then you do have your kind of top grabbing handle. This is clicked open and closed. You could have it like that if you wanted to, but this just performs like a wee better kind of sleek look to it, which is super nice. It kind of reminds me of the Herschel styles in their backpacks. I'm actually reviewing their Herschel Mini Retreat as well. It kind of gives that vibe too. This is quite a bit more boxy to it. It's like that little tote style. It works really well. I quite like the fact that they've implemented this little clip so it doesn't just flap about. It keeps it in line with that sleek look. So then you've got this front pocket here, which sits like this regardless. You could try and push it down, but this is like the shape that it remains. regardless of kind of what you have in there. Now, this is great for just swinging the bag around and grabbing what you need. Inside is just space, like we are going to pack this up so you'll be able to see what you can fit into it a bit better. These will be for like smaller items. If you did have a smaller water bottle like this, you could try your best in shoving it in there if that was something. Or if you have something like this, you could try and attach it to the bag in some way. It's really going to depend on your style of water bottle. That's not quite fitting into that front because of the top. So we do then have this top pocket. That's quite pretty much it for just your front pockets, those two little slim slender pockets. Then moving on to the top, we can unclip this. Kind of works like nicely for a little bit of anti-theft, not too much, but just kind of giving you that little bit of a moment. Open this up, goes down to there on both sides. Inside is a bright interior, which is something that I definitely appreciate, especially when it is top loading and you kind of want to see what you've got going on. Now for you, you're not going to be able to pick that up a bit. I'm going to try and brighten up this so you can kind of see it's not picking up well on camera, but in person it's definitely better for seeing things. Then you've got this flat bottom. You've also got a wee pocket here, which is nice that it is at the top, because if you are packing this from the bottom up, then you can put what you need essentially quicker at the top pocket here. It's got this lovely little custom pillar, a little bit of branding in there, and then there is just space in that pocket. It runs down fairly low, like till about there. I'll give you a wee bit of a measurement if that is helpful. In terms of like electronics, I don't think you're going to be able to fit like an iPad or anything in there, but a measurement might help. For this little pocket, it runs till about, I would say, 6.5 inches. It does run up to about 7, but you're missing off that zip, so I'd say anything 6.5, similar. So 6.5 by 6.5 inches for that wee pocket. Then you do have your kind of laptop compartment here. It is well cushioned. You're going to be able to fit smaller laptops into this backpack for sizing. It runs up to about 12 inches across, about 8, I would say. Now, I think this runs 9, this one. I think it runs 12. If we can get this in, then we'll have a bit of reference. Okay, we can shove that in just about, but as you can see, this is the 12 inch, and it just kind of cuts off. I mean, there we go. There we go. She's in. But as you can see, it's literally at the top. So it is going to be those smaller items. If you feel comfortable in having that like that, like that's grand. This is well padded as well. This is a 12 by, I want to say 9. Let's have another little measurement. Or 12 by, yeah, 9. So that just gives you a rough idea as the max here that you can fit into that wee laptop compartment. And then the rest inside is just for you to pack up. Let's move on to the back system here. There is no real padding. This is the seatbelt material style of straps. You can adjust them. They run pretty smooth as well. I do really like this hardware. I think it complements the color of the bike as well, this kind of silver look, and that goes for both, so you are able to adjust that and you'll see a better fit when we do a fit check. As you can see, the back is just the same as the front. Okay, let's pack her on up. Okay, starting off with the main compartment, I am going to shove my jacket here down at the bottom, which will take up most of the space, but I'm okay with that. You could even fit like your lunchbox in there, use this as your little day-to-day bag. We're gonna go ahead and fit in that laptop again. A little bit of a tight squeeze, but it actually does work, so let's roll with it. So I can show you this pocket. I'm gonna put my purse in there and my passport. I need to fit 2 books in there. Yes, it can be. I need to fit my laptop charger, snug. If you wanted to, on the side, like inside, you could try and fit your water bottle in there, like so. That's a 500 ml. Just to give you a bit of a rough idea. Obviously this is tight, but I want to show you the max. We can get into this. That is the main pocket. Onto the front, I'm going to try and fit my, no. If I take my camera out of its case, then, I mean, at your own risk, because that's not a genius idea. I was going to fit that in there, but I do not feel safe in doing that, so that is not going to happen. The pocket on the front does become a lot tighter when everything in the main compartment is kind of compressing up on it. In there, I'm just going to place some spray and some lip balm and my AirPods. Then this is where these pockets become non-existent. Now you could just place your phone without a case in there, and best believe it is snug. And then on the other side, I'm just going to leave that. You could try and fit your keys in there, but it just becomes a little bit tight. I mean, let's try and fit my tripod. I don't know if I'm getting that out, but there you can kind of see that is it all packed up. Okay, time for a wee fit check, comfortability, and see how this feels on the female body. So, if you're not cool like me and you want to hang this right down, then you can do so. That's kind of like the furthest. Here's the furthest it can go down. For reference, I am 5'6", or if you're super cool, bear with me. When you prefer your backpack cling to your back, oh, the jumper is not jumpering. Here. Then you can have it up here like that. Oh my god, it's so cute. This is what it's like on me. For reference, I am 5'6". Now, obviously, it is this little seatbelt material. If you are wearing thinner items and it's hotter, you're gonna feel the rubbing. You might feel a little bit hot, but listen, when it looks this good, who really cares? Curves around the girls, don't feel like I need a stern strap. Really, really lightweight. Just go buy it. Go get it. Okay, for a wee airline test, this is just when it comes to being a cute little personal item. You can fit it in here for the requirements for EasyJet, and I would definitely say in terms of budget airlines, you're gonna get away with this one as well. So for the water test, it's grand, especially on these kind of top materials here. This is quite water weather resistant. On the other materials, you'll definitely see it's more of like a cloth finish here, so it just feels like it takes a bit longer to dry, but the water is grand on them. It's only like the seatbelty material up here and on the straps that just might take a moment, but they're absolutely grand for light drizzle. Okay, time for some pros and cons. Pros are definitely the shape and style and how aesthetically pleasing this little backpack is. It just works really well for everyday kind of carry. It can fit smaller laptops as well, and also it is great for a personal item. Another pro for me is the click here button on the top of the kind of tote style, which just makes it easier instead of them all flapping about. I also love on the inside the bright interior. That makes all the difference. And I have to say, this does look flattering, especially because it is small and petite. It doesn't feel like an overwhelming hunch on your back. Some cons to think about, maybe a wee luggage slit just for whenever you do want to take this as a personal item. Also, the kind of pockets on the side don't fit water bottles, especially my 250ml or a 500ml. If you have anything that's teeny tiny, as you would have seen in the overlays, then you could probably fit that in. And maybe in the front, a wee key lash. Something. So that is the end of our review. We hope you enjoyed, and if you did, then why not consider joining the channel and hitting that subscribe button. If you do happen to have a wee gander on the Kapten and Son website and you're thinking about purchasing this bag or any of the other bags, then we'd be forever grateful if you could use the links below. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.